surfing such an ego-driven sport. To be able to compete at the highest level, you have to put all of your emotions aside. You have to train, you have to work hard. Maybe like you don't form really close friendships on tour. Maybe you don't see your family at all through the year. You have to be selfish. And I've been doing things like that for 10 years straight.
Stoked to be on the podium.
I just feel like I was, for a long time, the total selfish brat, the feisty surfer girl Tati who competes and charges. Someone that I definitely am proud to say that I am, but I think it's something that's like, maybe that's a little bit more in the past now, and I'm turning into a different person.
So right now we're walking down to Queen's Bath. It's where my friends and I grew up going to all day long every summer. And I think the thing that I learned here is to never underestimate the ocean. I remember just like on a rising swell being here and thinking everything was okay, and then the next minute there was waves like washing over the bath. You have those moments where you really like, okay, I need to like be smart, be aware what's happening around me, and make smart choices.
This is the funnest place in the world. You spend all summer here, you never get over it. You never get zoned.
I think we've always grew up with the notion that Kauai was a very good breeding ground for professional surfers. People like Andy and Bruce Irons, Bethany Hamilton, Alana Blanchard, Malia Manuel, Gabby Bryan. There's so many. We have like legend surfers here. So I think what we knew growing up here is Kauai was the breeding ground for good surfers. And then that brought a lot of confidence for me. Definitely not a bad place to grow up. This is my school that I grew up going to. This is Honolulu Elementary School. And I think it's the most beautiful school on the planet. Surf culture in Hawaii is really important. You grow up surrounded by the ocean. And so surfing is not something you do. It doesn't really feel right. I only discovered that obviously when I was like 8 or 9.
Tatiana, Weston-Webb.
I started surfing not only because my brother wanted to surf all the time, so I wanted to do everything he did, but I also started surfing because one of my best friends would invite me over to her house, and we would go and surf a secret wave that I just thought was like the coolest thing in the world.
Hi.
I was a little blonde girl with really big Coke bottle glasses who just adored surfing and playing soccer, even though doing all that stuff using a big pair of glasses was never easy. They would say, oh, she has Coke bottle glasses, or they would say 4 eyes.
Where are you?
I would drop in on people that I didn't see, and then they would get so mad, yell at me, and I'd be like, I'm sorry, I didn't see you. And then I think they would see that I had astigmatism, which means my eye was crossed, and I think then they realized that, yeah, she couldn't see me. Every kid goes through some sort of thing that could either make or break them, and I think it just made me stronger.
Hi.
So recently I got invited to come to the school and show my silver medal. And it was like the coolest experience. Like all the kids were just so excited to like hold a medal and see one. And especially because it's the first medal ever from the island of Kauai. Seeing the kids here and like giving back to the community has been like a full circle moment for me. Because I've never really had the time to do that. Right now I'm taking a break off of tour, and it's the first time in 10 years that I've missed the contest. And it's so weird because I feel like a little kid again, like back at my parents' house, and they're still saying the same thing. We're so proud of you regardless of what you choose to do, you know. It's the best to come home to open arms and be able to hug your parents and hear them say they love you no matter what is super necessary, at least for someone like me. So, yeah, I'm almost crying over here.
So right now we're at the house that I grew up at, which is my mom, dad, auntie, and uncle's house. Mom. Yesterday, this living room was full of surfboards, but now it's just surfboard bags. We're staying here right now because I thought I was gonna be gone all year on tour. After the Olympics last year, I went straight to Paris, and then I went straight back to Fiji, and then I went to Brazil, and I had meetings after meetings and photo shoots after photo shoots. Then I kept working, and then I went straight into being on tour again. That level of pressure and like straight into like the next season, I knew that something was wrong. And I found myself in a position where I would jump in the water in New Jersey and just like not care. And I just found myself like letting my foot off the gas. My brain was like, hey, you've kind of had enough of this for the moment. Like maybe you should take a step back. I think it's just too much. Just too much. This is my room that I grew up in since I was born, pretty much. As much as I don't like living out of like a tiny room, I love being with my parents. Yeah, they're like my favorite people on the planet, so.
Family is like one of the most important things. And 1 or 2 nights a week we'll have a nice meal. It's great. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Obviously it's bittersweet because, you know, we know she can still perform at the elite level, but if, you know, she needed to come home and reset, and, you know, we're going to give her all the love that she needs, for sure.
This is where all my trophies are. My favorite one is definitely my silver medal. This is it. Going into Paris 2024, I was really confident and excited, and I just kept telling myself like it was my time. And I think that with that narrative like in my head, I knew that if I competed the right way, I was gonna make my heats. I just felt like I brought this intensity that I needed to bring in order to do what I did and get a medal. It ended up that I got a silver, and looking back, I just feel like an overwhelming sense of pride and happiness because I know how much pressure I put on myself, and then I know how much pressure other people put on me. And for me to be able to go and say like my biggest dream is to get a medal and go and do that is, yeah, just super cool to be a part of. When people think of medals, they think of like accomplishment and all that stuff. But now I realize like the weight, it's like almost like a physical weight. And so it's almost like, hey, when I take this weight off my shoulders, like I know how much weight is off my shoulders after achieving this medal. I give a lot of myself, and I feel like just need to retract a little bit and be myself for me. And that's where I find myself now in my situation. It's really hard to convince yourself as a high-level athlete that taking a step back is the best thing to do for you. I still found myself crying on a daily basis being at home. Am I blowing it? What am I doing? Like, I know my surfing it's really freaking good. Like, I know that. But it's just not really healthy for me at this moment in time.
The advice that I would give Tati is now you have an open canvas without any schedule, without any timing that you have to be in the water, for you to just enjoy whatever the heck you want to go to. Just be open-minded.
My life is still happening. It's just not happening at the intensity that it was when I was on tour. I'm gonna go on surf trips and be on social media, and I have my Marble in the Jar coming out, and I have a bunch of premieres I'll go to. I'll be okay without competing.
Hey guys, we are at the premiere of A Marble in the Jar here in Hermosa Beach at the Playhouse, and we're really excited to show you guys what we've made, what we've come up with, and yeah, I'm really proud of my team.
So A Marble in the Jar is a documentary type film. Should I do it again? A Marble in the Jar is a surf documentary filmed by Greg Browning, edited by Scott Smith, produced by myself and Donda Temple. It's about a concept where you acknowledge the small wins throughout your day. And that was kind of the motto that Greg and I were using when we were traveling on tour together.
Marbles in the jar.
Sometimes it's really easy to get caught up in the things you're not accomplishing. And it's really important for us who obviously live with this pressure on our shoulders, live with constant challenge, and also live away from the people that we love and are always chasing after these dreams and goals, to be reminded that the simplest of things can keep your day really positive and really happy. I think the positivity and the happiness just is something that's required to be continuously loving the challenges and the journeys that you take as an athlete. When I was 18 and on tour, I was just living in the moment. No fear, no pressure, just having a bunch of fun. Then all of a sudden you find yourself in this situation where it's like, okay, you're obviously good enough. You've been getting these good results. Like, why can't you push for a world title? And so I made a choice to be able to push myself to a new limit, to be able to see if I could win a world title. And we definitely got really close, which was super cool. You can't let fear stop you. You have to see where it drives you. And yeah, it drove me to being second in the world and missing a world title by one turn. After I lost the world title, I almost let fear debilitate me, but then I had my reminder after Greg Browning was diagnosed with ALS, and he kept pushing on like a warrior, and I was like, well, if he can do it, of course I can. Life isn't promised to be easy, but I think you just have to take it as it comes. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and keep on keeping on.
It's here. It's happening.
I will tell you this, with Greg passing, every single time I watch it, I bawl my eyes out. He said every day was the best day ever, and that for me is just a great way to go about living life, you know? I think we need to be more like Greg, so.
Can I get you guys to say Greg on 3? 1, 2, 3.
The peace that I get when I come back home to Kauai is different. I grew up here in this bay behind me, and it's what made me the surfer that I am today. And there's nothing more that I adore than coming home and getting great waves and being with my family.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I remember how small I am in such a beautiful big world. I definitely think that I'm reflecting a lot, and it's really a strange place for me to be in. I've always felt like I've needed to prove myself. And I feel like that sense of needing to prove myself just doesn't exist anymore. And that's okay. Even if I go back and compete, even if I never compete again, I know that I'm really proud of what I've accomplished. Being home and being surrounded by family, I'm reminded that regardless of what I choose, my future is still very bright. I'm very grateful for what I've accomplished, but also grateful and excited for what I have in front of me. The thing that I'm most grateful for out of everything is regardless of how long I was competing or what I was doing, I still haven't lost my passion and my love for my sport of surfing. It's a part of me, you know, and I don't want to ever lose it.